Hello and welcome to this short clip describing the scoring procedures for the ECERS 3. If you are familiar with the scoring procedures for the ECERS R, the procedures to score the ECERS 3 are the same, and this short presentation will be a review. Let's take a look at the subscales and items for the ECERS 3. There are 6 subscales with a total of 35 items in this tool. The subscales include space and furnishings, personal care, language and literacy, learning activities, interaction, and program structure. Each item is a 7-point scale, with 1 being inadequate care, 3 minimal care, 5 good care, and 7 excellent care. Keep in mind that you should familiarize yourself with the ECERS 3, including each item, its indicators, and all clarification notes before scoring. This tool is to be scored based upon the 3-hour observation period. No interview questions are necessary or noted in the ECERS 3. The score sheet provides room for notes. The notes can be very helpful when reflecting and scoring items. When scoring the ECERS 3, always start reading from 1 inadequate and progress upward until the correct quality score is reached. Based on the indicator ratings, you will be able to circle a quality rating score. For each level of quality, there are several indicators. Indicators are numbered. We will use item 2, furnishings for care, play, and learning, to review the scoring procedures. Ratings are to be assigned in the following way. A rating of 1 must be given if any indicator under 1 is scored yes, even if indicators above 1 are given credit. Remember, indicators under 1 describe inadequate care. A rating of 2 is given when all indicators under 1 are scored no and half the indicators under 3 are scored yes. Notice that one of the indicators under 3 is scored not applicable. Indicators scored NA are not counted when determining the quality rating for an item. A rating of 3 is given when all indicators under 1 are scored no and all indicators under 3 are scored yes. A rating of 4 is given when the requirements for 3 are met and at least half the requirements of 5 are met. A rating of 5 is given when the requirements of 3 are met and all the requirements of 5 are met. A rating of 6 is given when all the requirements of 5 are met and at least half the indicators under 7 are scored yes. A rating of 7 is given when all the indicators under 5 are yes, all the indicators under 7 are yes. Once item ratings are scored, you will add the subscale items together and divide by that number of subscale items to determine the subscale score. Remember, if an item is marked not applicable, you only divide by the number of items scored. You will then use the subscale scores to determine the ECERS 3 rating by adding the subscale scores together and dividing by the number of subscales. The score sheet has a table for you to use to identify the ECERS 3 rating as seen on this slide. Keep in mind that if at least half the indicators are scored no, the score reverts back to the previous column score. In the example below, at least half the indicators in the 5s are scored no. Therefore, the rating for this item is a 3. Also, if at least half the indicators are scored yes, the score will go to the next lowest number. In the example, you will notice that 2 indicators under 5 are scored yes, while 2 indicators are scored no. The rating for this item is a 4. Let's take a few minutes to practice scoring. On the following slides, you will be asked to identify the rating for an item. Take a moment to identify this first rating. This item scored a 3. All indicators under 3 are scored yes, and more than half the indicators of 5 are scored no, giving this item a rating of 3. Take a moment to rate this item. This item scored a 2. All indicators in the 1s are scored no, and at least half the indicators in the 3s are scored yes. Take a moment to score this item. This item is scored a 4. All indicators in the 3s were yes, while more than half the indicators in the 5s are yes. For further information, refer to page 9 in your ECERS 3 manual. You may also contact your Callaway County RTC for additional information regarding the ECERS 3. Thank you for viewing this short session about scoring the ECERS 3.